Global semiconductor output is dominated by Taiwanese companies, with a single firm, Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company, responsible for around 50% of global semiconductor chip production. By contrast, no single country accounts for more than 18.5% of global oil production. Just as the oil shocks of the 1970s prompted a wave of new exploration, so the belated awareness of this dependency on Taiwan is prompting the US and other countries to invest heavily in their own production of chips. Given that until the early 1960s Taiwan was a predominantly agricultural economy, with sugar its biggest export, and that at the end of the 1970s, the US dominated global semiconductor production with 65% of the total market, policymakers are inevitably now asking how Taiwan's current market domination was achieved. It is a question answered by both free market economists and those favoring central planning supply, but in neither case do these explanations provide a full picture. The Taiwanese semiconductor industry got its start in 1974. In 1976, the U.S. government convinced RCA to transfer semiconductor technology to Taiwan. In 1987, TSMC pioneered the fabless foundry model, reshaping the global semiconductor industry. The near-universal factor has been the impact of globalization, especially in the electronics industry. From the 1970s, American domination of the sector through then household names such as IBM, Texas Instruments, and RCA started to be challenged by Japanese competitors. By the mid-1980s, Japanese global market share of semiconductor chips overtook that of the US. In response, American companies, together with Dutch firm Philips, at the time also a leader in semiconductor production, started to invest in East Asian countries to take advantage of lower labor costs and skilled workforces. Initially, the new plants were largely limited to final assembly operations of consumer electronics, whose small size relative to value meant the cost of shipping was only a small element of the overall production outlay, far outweighed by savings in labor costs.